Hey, Des.
Hi, Dr.
Come on in.
Brandeis. All right.
Hey, you want to see my progress?
Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
Let's see it. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. Plus, I
Yeah.
discovered how to do the obliques. So I want to show you today. All right?
All right.
I don't want to disrobe in front of you. I might scare you. But I want to get to the point where you can play checkers on my abs. All right, and we got some nice relaxing background. A little bit of Patagonia. All right, protocol 1 and ongoing treatment, male, 50 to 59, but I'm turning the clock back. Abdomen. Get started. All right, so what we do is we use 2 of these paddles to hit the obliques. So the abdominal muscle is actually 8 muscles. Let me get things started. So you have 2 abdominal rectus muscles down the middle, and then you have actually 3 layers on the side. So you have the transversus abdominis, and then the internal and external oblique. And then the external oblique actually goes down into the cremasteric muscle, and that's actually where you get hernias, is because your testicles actually start up by your kidneys, and then they drop down through the inguinal ring into the scrotum. And the reason they do that is because sperm production takes place better at lower temperatures. And so the testicle has kind of like a temperature gauge. So when it's really cold, your testicles go up towards the body temperature. And like when you go into a sauna, your testicles head down towards your knees because it's really warm and it wants to get into a cooler environment. So sperm production takes place best at around 97 degrees. Okay, so you can see now I have 2 paddles, and this works your obliques a lot better. So I'm going to crank it up a little bit. You can't go quite as high. With 2 paddles as you can with 1. But you can see I'm getting much more contraction of the oblique muscles. With 1 paddle in the midline, you get much more of the abdominal rectus. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit more so you can see 35, 40. All right. Once you, okay, they call those the long rattlers, and those actually are fat burning protocols. So there are actually 2 protocols. There's one protocol that's mostly muscle building, and you use that mostly for the gluteus muscle or the buttock muscle. And then the abdominal protocol is a fat burning protocol. So it's a muscle building, fat burning. And so these long contractions, they call them rattlesnakes. What that does is it depletes the stores of glucose and glycogen, which is the storage form of glucose. And then it begins to eat through the free fatty acids from the fat layer. And these fat cells are releasing free fatty acids so quickly that some of them go into what's called apoptosis. So they basically program cell death. And so that's how you lose fat cells. All right, I'm going to go up a little higher. We're 50. This is going to hurt me. All right. So just focus on the abs. But mostly the obliques. You can see how, okay, this is the part of it where we drive out the lactic acid. So the waves of muscle contractions are driving out the lactic acid. So after a full, quote, workout with the Emsculpt, you don't get a lot of muscular soreness. So we won't broadcast for the whole 28 minutes. I'll spare you that, but what we'll do is we'll experience the next set of contractions. In the meantime, you can see that we're totally relaxed here. We have nature videos at BrandeisMD for the comfort of our patients. What do you think, Des? Is this a comfortable room?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We try to keep things comfortable and relaxed for our patients.
Yep.
So the actual coil for the magnet is right here under the thumb part. And so that's where you're getting the maximal contraction. You can see this is causing rhythmic contractions of the abdominal musculature pretty intensely. And this is an important part of the Emsculpt workout. The cool thing now, we're going to get applicators for the biceps, for the triceps, and apparently I talked to the company the other day, they have now for the calves and also for the thigh.
Oh, wow.
And it's too bad they can't do it for the pectoral muscles, but it would be basically like using a defibrillator, the amount of electrical energy. Now it's important to know that if you have any metal in your body, you can't do this. So if you have artificial hips, artificial knees, spine hardware like screws or plates, you're not supposed to use this because it's a very strong magnet. Ooh, okay. Let's go up just a little bit more. You can see the intense contraction. I'm going to go a little higher on this. You can adjust really where you want the most intense. Sometimes you get a little cramp. Usually I find if you just push down on that, the cramping will go away and you'll get a nice good contraction. All right, Des, well that's enough for now. And maybe next week we'll take out the checkerboard and play some checkers with chess.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks a lot.